All right, so this is what the dashboard looks like when you log in as a parent. So like if I go to account, here's my name right here. I have, this is my menu for all of the things. So one thing I do want to point out is in notifications, if you're getting 600 emails a day, this is one way to help consolidate those. So every one of these items you can customize, and it is kind of a pain to go in and customize every single one of them. The default is, it feels like 85 emails a day. So what you'll do is you'll just hover over the little bell, and if you click on that, it'll say you can choose to have you notified immediately, get a daily summary, a weekly summary, or just turn the notifications off for that particular item. So that will help out a lot if you're getting inundated with emails. If you have multiple students on one account, then you can, well, that may not be the place, but anyways, if you've got both of your kids, one's a middle schooler, one's a high schooler, they're both in CMS, you can opt to have the emails that you're sent to be personalized so you know who's getting what. So that is the preferences, I guess, under your particular account. But I also want to show you the dashboard. So this is the default view. You'll see a drop-down menu up here where you can add both of your students, so you don't need to create a separate account. I don't know if you already have them linked or not, but you can consolidate them on one account and toggle back and forth between both of them. So what you'll see here is a card. All these little rectangles are called cards, and that has each of their classes on it. So that's what this is. Over here, this is called the Global Navigation menu. This is a CMS folder filled with all kinds of resources. You're probably not going to need that. You can use the inbox to message back and forth with teachers, but email is usually going to be better for that. Here you have the calendar. And on the calendar, you can customize your view. So if you want to just see assignments for art, then you can have that box, make sure that box is not gray. So all of the assignments for art are going to be red. If you want to see art and math, well, you can see that this teacher doesn't really use the calendar, so that's not going to do me any good. Here you can see for Latin, all of those are in purple. This teacher also has a slightly different philosophy with using Canvas. So they have all the due dates set for the assignments all on one day. So it really is going to depend how the teacher uses it. So my son's art teacher is pretty good about making sure that everybody's assignments are due when they say they're due. So it's really just going to depend on the teacher. All right, another thing I wanted to show you is right here with calendar feed. If you click on this, and if you're on a MacBook, you can copy and paste this into the iCalendar. Excuse me, of course, you can also do this with Outlook, your Google Calendar, whatever operating system you're using. You can use this to also get these dates put on your calendar and subscribe to it. So that is exciting. All right, let's go to the dashboard. Over here is the to-do list, and so here you're going to see a list of all the assignments and when they are due. The great thing that I love about Canvas is that these icons, they all indicate something else. So like this one with the little pencil is an assignment. This one right here is an announcement. This here is talking about a discussion. So these are all just different types of features that Canvas has that students can interact with. You'll also get to see, if you scroll down a little, you'll see recent feedback, and you'll get to see grades that have been done in Canvas. So that's not going to show any paper-based classwork, but it will show everything that's been done in Canvas. And right up here, these three little dots, you can change the view of your dashboard here. So you can go to List View, and this will just show days of the week, and will show you what's coming up. You can also go to the recent activity. I don't really use this one very much, but this will show like all the announcements, any conversations that your child may be having with their teacher, assignment notifications, etc. So when I go back to, and actually I want to go back to list view because we'll see this up here. And these are all just different assignments. And so if there's anything missing, you'll be able to see that. You can also see this when you go into the classes. Let me go back to card view. Okay, you can also go into the individual classes. I'm going to do art because his teacher uses this more effectively. And if you click on grades, you'll be able to see a list of grades and anything that might be missing. So if it'll say, like on the status here, if it's missing, it will say missing. So that's how all of that works. There is a feature where grades, once they're posted in Canvas, will post in PowerSchool, but that's something that the teacher has to do on their end. It's not something that happens automatically. Some teachers opt to not do that because they want to make sure that the grade in Canvas is accurate. So if they have to grade any open-ended response things or maybe I don't know, there could be a number of reasons. So that's really left up to the individual teacher. I know my son's middle school teachers in the past have said, believe the grades in PowerSchool, because not all the grades in Canvas go into the grade book. So I keep an eye on PowerSchool. If there's anything that is missing or late or, whatever, that's where I go first to check grades. So I hope this helps. I know I talked fast. That was kind of a lot of information. So just reach out if you have any questions.